Hi, my name is Lane Hurted, and this is my presentation for the International Skills Diplomacy Seal. Throughout my high school career at LOA, I've had the opportunity to pursue many courses in an international course of study, such as AP Spanish Language and Composition, AP US History, AP Human Geography, AP Macroeconomics, AP Microeconomics, AP Psychology, and AP Studio Drawing and AP Sculpture. These courses really help me foster a cross-cultural understanding through a further exploration of the human experience. AP Spanish Language and Culture helped me to understand the Spanish-speaking world and gave me the tools to communicate not only in the Spanish language, but with a certain level of knowledge and understanding that I wouldn't have had otherwise. AP Psychology taught me deeper understanding of the human mind and how it's affected by cultural expectations and social psychology, and how humans are connected on both a biological and a mental level. Basically, it helped me to discover the basic building blocks of the human mind that all of us share globally, regardless of race, culture, religion. And it helped me to discover how those avenues and those areas are shown in the human experience. It showed me the differences between cultures and how that impacts your mind and your thinking process, as well as the unity in all of it. AP Studio Drawing and Sculpture allowed me to explore the universal language of the art world, whether it was through architecture or drawing or sculpture. And it's what we've used to communicate for centuries, whether it was in mosaics or even back to caveman times with pictographs. So it really helped me to understand both art in the cultural sense and in the communication sense. These courses also help me foster cross-cultural understanding through the basic building blocks of society. More technical things, like when in AP Human Geography, I learned about demographics and how those affect the society in which people live. Upturned age demographics in places like Japan or Italy can lead to issues with welfare and health care for the elderly, how religious conflicts and cross-cultural misunderstandings can lead to disasters like genocide or issues in governance. It really helped me to understand the world from a global standpoint instead of local. AP macro and microeconomics changed the way I thought about our economy and foreign relations, as well as the trade network that connects us globally. While I don't have a lot of experience with foreign trade myself, AP Economics really did help me to understand how our country negotiates with other countries and how we are connected in one global economy. AP US History educated me on our country's past relations with global empires and gave me the perspective needed to objectively assess and act on our future moving forward. So essentially, it really helped me to understand our country's relations with not only the empires of Europe, but with South America, but with Asia, and helped me to be able to make informed decisions and opinions about politics and governance. For my extracurricular activities, I enjoyed a really broad range of international activities, such as when I took ESA Algebra 1, or when I went to Europe with the art and music trip, or when I had the opportunity to participate in We Service. And We Service meant a lot to me. It was really great to see that on an international platform. But it also really was helpful for me to have that knowledge beyond Spanish Street, like I talked to before, to be able to take that out and about outside of school, to communicate with people, to talk with people, to understand what people were saying to me. The Europe trip took me to the hub of Germany, where the world of art and graffiti and history is so rich and culturally diverse. And then it took me to the Czech Republic, where history and nationality is so important. Then it took me to the musical nexus of Austria and the architecturally stunning streets of Italy. Throughout the trip, I became enlightened to the unique cultures, traditions, languages, religions, and artistic centers of Eastern Europe. The trip taught me invaluable communication skills and a hearth of knowledge which connects with the diverse countries of Europe internally with the rest of the world. I really enjoyed the Europe trip because I was able to hear so many other languages and perspectives on history, on art, on music. To be able to see how, while we thought things like art, history, music were universal, they're not. There's a different perspective from every country you're from. And it really gave me a deeper understanding and taught me a stronger tolerance of other cultures. These are some pictures that I took from the trip. The first one is from Mozart's grave in Austria. The one on the bridge is from Prague, where people display their love for each other by locking padlocks on the side of a bridge. The two down there with the water are from Italy, where the entire city's infrastructure is based off of little canals and the water, where you don't take cars anywhere, you take a boat. And then the one on the very far right and then the bottom far left are the two examples of graffiti. The one on the right is from the Berlin Wall, where they repurposed the remaining sections of the Berlin Wall to be an area for artistic expression instead of an area of oppression. And just seeing these and seeing all these different cultural perspectives and how the city shaped people really helped me to understand and grow as a person. So to go a little deeper in depth on We Service, I did We Service through AP Human in the 9th grade, and it allowed me a hands-on experience with the international aid to the Dominican Republic. We helped collect, package, and fundraise shoes for proper footwear for the people of the Dominican Republic who didn't have it otherwise. It was really inspiring to see my actions take place on an international scale and know that I can make a difference for people, even though I can't see them and they're not my neighbors. And to go a little in depth on the 4 Spanish courses I took. ISA courses and AP Spanish language courses provided a platform to me to advance my foreign language skills in both communication and advanced understanding. I learned the basics of Algebra 1 in Spanish and English, and it provided me invaluable skills that helped me further mathematical understanding as well as an understanding of the Spanish language. So for community service projects, I highlighted these 2 local projects because I feel like they're the most translatable to a global scale. Both are basic fundamental human necessities such as food. It's something that no human can go without. A lack of proper nutrition, regular meals, or access to food altogether can devastate or become fatal to entire communities. Places like food deserts exist where people don't have access to fresh foods, nutritious foods, or they do, but they're too expensive for them to buy. My volunteer work with Second Harvest in Greensboro gave me a much needed perspective on this issue and how it affected my community locally and how I could translate that to a global scale. Because this happens all around the world. In developed countries and non-developed countries, people are starving. And small actions like a food drive or big actions like donations, they can give families food and provide what they need to not only survive, but to thrive in their environments. It really gave me a sense of fulfillment and a drive to sort of fulfill this need, this urgency on a global scale. With the American Red Cross, on a very similar note, I volunteered with the LOA Beta Club to register, organize, provide food for, and make thank you cards for the school's blood drive. Medical care is so essential, especially now in the wake of COVID-19. We need blood drives are popping up everywhere. We need blood, we need plasma. Everyone needs it. It's not a local thing, it's a global thing. You need to be able to have access to adequate medical care. regardless of nationality, ethnicity, or race. Blood saves lives, and I was really proud to be a part of running the blood drive. I hope to be a part of running more in the future. Moving forward in my global course of study, my international course of study in high school has granted me foreign language skills and a vast knowledge of global history and a deeper understanding of what connects human beings as a whole. Furthermore, it has inspired me to further my future in post-secondary education in creating literature that crosses cultural barriers, whether through fiction, journalism, nonfiction. I want to create work that can be read and understood and unite us in the art of storytelling. I plan to minor in human rights so that I can continue to help the world around me and help make the world a better place and understand the basic elements that unite us globally and better not just the world, but our community, our human race. I'd like to thank you all very much for this opportunity to give this presentation and to go for the ISDS Diploma Seal. And I also thank you very much for your flexibility with all the new and crazy things that COVID-19 has brought us. I hope that you are doing well and safe. Thank you very much.